G'day guys, check out where Pete's taking you today. West coast of the South Island. Yeah! Let's go and see what Greymouth has to offer, eh? Rightio guys, let's do it. Let's head into Greymouth. So we're coming close to the sea now guys. If you have a look on the left there, you'll be able to see the ocean. It doesn't look that appetizing out there guys. She's quite rough actually. If you look ahead of us guys, there's Greymouth just ahead of us. There's a bit misty there today by the look of it. Beautiful day though, a bit of low cloud by the looks, but might be a bit of mist rolling down from the valley. So we've got a holiday park to the left there guys. That's where you can park your camper van and then that sort of thing. It's just before the main turn into Greymouth. And you see this little overhead bridge thing here ahead of us, where there's a car going up just right now. That is the entrance to the Greymouth Hospital. So if you're over here and you're camping and you get sick, that's where to go guys. And you also may notice if you're coming from Canterbury or you've been travelling around New Zealand a little bit, the fuel prices here are about 25 cents a litre, something like that, dearer than any other sort of city in New Zealand. I don't really know why that is. It's probably because we're a little bit further away here maybe. Now if you're looking for somewhere to stock up the camper van, on the left here is New World. It's one of the main supermarkets here. On the right we have Greymouth High School, and I went to that school, believe it or not. They even had that school when I was a kid. Between you, me and the gatepost, I used to live here guys. Now if we have a look on the right again, we've got the aquatic centre, a little hydro slide and that sort of thing there for the kids. It's quite pretty coming in here, especially on a nice day. Lots of motels, hotels, that sort of thing guys, so you never be stuck for a room. On some weekends it does get very busy here, especially in the middle of summer. It can be quite tough to get a room, so if you're travelling in high season, I suggest that you book ahead. But if you've got a camper van, of course, it's not going to bother you. Just park up on the side of the road and do your own thing. Here we are guys, we're bearing down on the CBD, the Greymouth CBD. Yeah, well, where all the shops are anyway guys. Now if you're looking for something to eat, fish and chips, try on the left here. It's an awesome little shop there, little takeaway bar. Fish and chips of course is a New Zealand delicacy really. Everyone has fish and chips or a meat pie. So what we'll do guys is we'll park up and we'll have a little bit of a walk around Greymouth, and you can see Greymouth in all its glory. We've got a KFC here on the left if you're feeling peckish, or a McDonald's here on the right. So guys, we're at the top end of Greymouth now, Mackie Street, which is one of the main streets in Greymouth. Nice place to sit down here at the end. You can overlook the rivers over here guys, and the sea's that direction. Sit out here, have a beer, plenty of places to have a beer, have a drink, have something to eat, and we'll have a wander around town and see what we can see. Got the museum here guys. It's always a worthwhile look. Now I was actually a kid in this place guys, well not so much Greymouth, just up the valley a little bit, a little town called Taylorville. That's where I was, that's where I grew up, and I actually went to school at Greymouth High School and Taylorville School as well. And just up the valley a little bit from Taylorville is Blackball. Everyone knows Blackball. Now this is the Friday afternoon rush guys, so we don't get stampeded in the traffic around here, eh? Beautiful little place if you ought to come and have a few bevies and just relax. Typical West Coast town. Like I say guys, not a hell of a lot going on today, and we're still on Mackie Street guys. So if you look all the way down the end of the street there, you can see the warehouse where everyone gets a bargain. That's a bit like Walmart. So if we shoot across the road guys and head up towards the quay. Once again, bars, restaurants, very pedestrian friendly along here guys. There's this jade shop, quality West Coast jade, greenstone. Here we are here, coming up to the river. There's the old Bank of New Zealand. It's going back a while. It's now an art gallery. Lots of little quaint little shops, little art shops, little gift shops, all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So if we walk up the ramp here, guys, we can actually get to the flood protection. Here we go, guys. Now this river's not really in flood. It would probably only be about half as high as what it normally is when it's in flood. The river can come almost all the way out to the stock bank, guys. It's pretty incredible, really. This is the mighty Grey River. Up that valley there, you're heading towards Pianakaiki, Runanga, that sort of thing. And if we span around here, guys, across the river here is Cobden. And if we keep going there, we're heading straight out to the Tasman Sea. Here we go, guys. We'll go out on the lookout and walk out a little bit over the Grey River. Oh, that makes me dizzy just looking down there, guys. Is that awesome, or is that awesome? You see there in the distance the breakers. That's the breakwater there for the Grey River. And that can be really, really dangerous when the river's in flood and when the ocean is quite angry. There's been many a ship that's come aground out there, and they normally wash up on Cobden Beach. So it's really a trick for young players when you're coming across that bar, guys. Check it out. Now we're overlooking Greymouth a little bit. Beautiful little place to come and visit, guys. When the sun's out in the middle of summer, this place is humming. This is still like a old-fashioned West Coast town, and this is the biggest, basically the biggest town on the West Coast. Look all the way up the valley there, guys. Isn't that awesome? Now if you see there, you can see in the distance there, actually I'll go up there and I'll show you the old column standing in the river there. That was the old bridge. That was the old Cobden Bridge, and the new Cobden Bridge is in front of it, where you can see the cars going across. Now I'm old enough to remember, well, I wasn't old enough to drive, but I'm old enough to remember being driven across that old bridge that isn't there anymore. So that shows you how old Pete is. Now remember me talking about the Grey River flooding, guys. If we have a look in here, this is the history. Look at this. Horse and carts underwater, basically. Waist deep water turned the central business district into a restless sea. The Great Flood of 1872 swept whole buildings out to sea. There's the old clock tower, guys. European navigators, past and present settlements. Great to come for a day out, guys. Come and visit Greymouth. We're only about a 3-hour drive from Christchurch. So guys, hope you like my little tiki tour around Greymouth. Beautiful little spot. Just come and say g'day as you're passing through, and I'm sure you can find a beer and a pie or something to eat somewhere. Anyway guys, same as usual, you like my videos, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, come say g'day in the comments below, and we'll see you next time, eh? Oh, if you want something in Christchurch to do, check up here, guys. I'll put a link up here to a day trip I did to the Botanic Gardens. It's really cool and it's free as well. Or if you want something more energetic, check up this site and I'll put a link to a tramp I did up where the first settlers come over the bridle path from Littleton onto the Canterbury Plains. Anyway guys, see you next time, and remember what Pete says, if it's Kiwi, it's got to be good for you.